What's up, YouTube? It's NikoLion back again. Shamari, as you all may know me as. I might not have introduced myself as that yet, but that is my name. However, I go by NikoLion on professional networks and personal networks as well. So, just to let you know. Anyways, this video is about why creativity is important and why does it matter? Why does creativity matter, right? So let's start off with, first of all, being creative. Creativity helps you see the big picture. And that can be in anything from working a business, creating a business, working at a job that requires creativity, which most of them are starting to require in today's day and age. And being creative in this society is almost like a prerequisite for many jobs today, and requiring brainstorming, ideation, conceptualization, creating concepts for different ideas. All of these things are really, really important in today's society as we become more digital and technology based and creative based. Like, just go on YouTube, like, how I'm recording for right now, and just take a look at all the different ads that come across your whatever you're watching. Most of the time, it's some really catchy song that's on a video. A business is trying to advertise a product or a service, and usually the people who they hired to do this, or if they did it themselves, required a lot of creativity. Not only that, but it took creativity to come up with the idea for that advertisement. So that's just one thing. Number two, creativity helps really motivate a person. It helps motivate businesses and communities. It really helps motivate people. You can jog your creativity by going outside for a jog. You can jog your creativity by, taking a walk, or, looking at some inspiration online, creating some artwork if you're into that type of thing. And if you're not, I highly encourage you to get into creating artwork. It's very soothing and relaxing. And it also is it drives your ambition in a way, because you're always required to step up your creativity every day. So, yeah. I would really like to say creativity matters because of a number of reasons, really. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Creativity helps with problem solving. Um, and like I said, in many jobs today, you're going to need to know creativity to solve problems. You're going to need to be able to jog your mind and make different connections to different possible solutions to make an informed decision, which will require some creativity on your behalf. This is the left side of the brain usually, and sometimes which is the logical side, and then the right side of the brain is the creative side, which you see more visual things. Like, an artist usually uses his right side more than the left side, but they also work together. So keep that in mind. Creativity can make a person or a business organization more productive. Picture if this society didn't have any creative individuals in these businesses, and everything was just products that were just like everything else. You probably wouldn't think You would think this world is really boring because there's no creativity. Um, it took a lot to make the products that we see today in this day and age. People had to sit down for hours and, go to their inspiration board, where they had to find out, what is this? How is this going to be inspirational for the people out there? How is this going to be motivating for people? Like Nike, how it created sneakers for athletes, and those sneakers have really good designs, or Foot Locker, how it just, the brand is all about it's all about displaying itself in a creative manner, which is having a whole bunch of different type of sneakers and shoes that have creative designs. And if these never had creative designs, you would just be buying sneakers that look like some old dusty Skechers or something, or some old busted up Adidas. So you just gotta imagine, what if people didn't take the time to be creative? There you go. Also, being creative can it can boost your confidence in many areas, because when you'll be the one that's asked the question like, hey, what do you think about this? Or how do you feel about this? How do you think this will impact this? What do you think about that new thing that just came out? You'll be the person that many people go to ask like questions about your opinion about, like, different things that are going on in society. They say you're the red pill person because you're just this creative. Anybody can be creative, but not everybody taps into it. So basically, that at first and for a long time, probably your whole life, if you pursue creativity, as you become more and experienced in it, you'll be more like a magnetic attraction for people to just inquire about how you became so creative, or what makes you so creative, or what allows you to exhibit your creativity in the way you do. And they'll want to know, and they'll want to grab onto that energy. You know what I'm saying? And creativity is something that has, whether it's in art, or figuring out problems in the technical field, or solving engineering problems, or maybe being creative when you're making doing construction for a house and you're trying to think about how should the kitchen be set up. This is something that is fundamental that I feel like everybody should pursue to become more creative, no matter what field you work in. How can you, any job that you do, you can do it more creatively. There's always improvements that can be done, that can be made creatively. And if you remember that, you'll be golden. Additionally, being creative in this society, in today's world, will allow you to make more money. It might not start right away, but eventually, but surely, it will allow you to make a lot more money. Organizations, clients, people, customers, people like me and you, everyday people, as a consumer, we enjoy creativity. We enjoy the creativity that the world displays for us. We enjoy the creative entertainment that movies display, and video games and things of that nature, and artists all over the world that contribute to the creative, ecosystem that we enjoy every day and we consume. So being creative and fostering and nurturing that skill and that ability and that talent will allow you to make more money over the as you mature, as you experience more creative drive, as you work with your brainstorming, and as you improve your abilities to be creative, which can take a lot of nurturing, but it will improve over time. Creativity lets you express yourself. You can express yourself through many creative means, whether it's artwork, whether it's you know through speech, through creating videos, editing images in Photoshop, or just the way you talk, in different ways. Music. It's the one way that people have always expressed themselves is by being creative. It also helps you relieve stress. Um, Creativity can help you relieve stress. After a day of a hard work, you can come in and work on some art and just let yourself loose and just go into a whole nother world and just disappear from this world for a couple hours. Like, I do that a lot, actually. It actually is very relieving for me. Um, and music as well is another thing where you can just go into a whole nother world, this creative world where you're focused on sounds and hymns and melodies and whatnot. It's very different from just staying in this world where we're driven by what some call the rat race to find money and to find the treasure of your life you've been searching for, which is probably money for most people. Not that money should be your main concern, but we all know it's important. Um, but yeah, man, it's you have creativity definitely helps people and myself like escape from my troubles sometimes, or from just stress. It definitely is a way to relieve yourself. Um, it's very therapeutic, I would say. Also, number 10, creativity can help you live longer. Um, it can help you live longer. It helps you extend your life in many ways because it helps your mind stay active. It keeps you healthier. if the more you foster your creativity, the less those brain cells and neurons and and connections in your brain die, because not that they die permanently, but and if they did, they probably would restore themselves. The more you resurface those creative actions, they would create those cells again. And yeah, so yeah, creative nurturing of creativity is a very wise thing to do in today's society, as I said before. And I want to say it can apply to everything that you do. Creativity matters because I want to end this on a note that being creative and creativity applies to nearly almost everything we do, even if we're not thinking that we're involving creativity. That goes down to the way you make your breakfast in the morning sometimes. If you're using a certain recipe, or like if you're deciding what to wear the next day. So you're always being creative, whether you think so or not. Rarely do you not be creative. You're always being creative in some shape or form. It's just about how are you gonna level up your creativity, which is what we all need to do in this day and age. So, with that being said, I want to end this video. This was why is it important? Why is creativity important? And why does creativity matter? All right. This is NikoLion from Zionaèa, Shamari. And I want to give you guys parting words. Stay motivated, stay enthusiastic, stay optimistic, and keep your head up no matter what's going on around you. Just keep being creative, and don't ever let nobody tell you you cannot be what you envision yourself to be.